Well, the recent reports about the U.S. government hiring private companies to do intelligence gathering and what then happens when the wrong people get access to sensitive data has seemingly not deterred some of the nation's biggest companies from competing for those lucrative Washington contracts. John Fort has more now on a computing deal with the CIA that's garnered a lot of attention, and it's pitting Amazon against IBM. So, John, what's the significance of companies like Amazon getting into the cloud computing business with the government?
Well, Tyler, in this deal in particular, it's a CIA contract. And just so that everybody's got this in perspective, it doesn't mean that the CIA is doing its work in intelligence gathering on Amazon's public cloud. This is more about consulting to figure out how to build kind of a private cloud inside the government for the CIA. This is traditionally the sort of work that IBM would have done. They're a lock for that sort of thing. They know about security. They're in tight with the government. This time, Amazon at least initially won the contract, and IBM has challenged that. It just shows how this move toward the cloud is shaking up the traditional structure of who gets these government contracts.
So, John, tell us a little bit more about the impact on companies like IBM.
Well, for IBM in particular, this is a tricky situation. The Smarter Planet initiative that IBM has is largely based on the idea that they've got these relationships with governments. They can pull a lot of different data, information in, and then predict what's going to happen next, be a lot smarter about delivering software, delivering services to customers. If you get some upstarts like Amazon coming in, taking in some of that first order business and constructing the cloud, it makes some of IBM's other businesses like software potentially weaker down the line.
I got to say, John, that the whole idea of a private cloud sounds a bit like an oxymoron to me. But does this mean that the most conservative tech customers like the CIA are getting more comfortable with putting data, information up in the cloud?
In their own private spaces, yes. But I think what's also significant here is that government agencies at the federal or state level that have less sensitive data might be more willing to experiment with putting this on not just Amazon's cloud, but Microsoft is #2 in the cloud game right now, pushing hard. So it presents lots of opportunities for those folks.
All right, John, thank you very much. John Fort reporting from Palo Alto for us tonight.